Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Today, we are at the Charlotte Legends track for the TDR League of Legends event. This is part of the League of Legends Racing League that races every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. It's part of the Tyler Daniels Racing League series and is one of about a dozen leagues that are offered by Tyler Daniels Racing. Tyler Daniels Racing is a diverse community where we pride ourselves on welcoming all drivers regardless of skill level, abilities, or history. Tyler Daniels Racing has a charitable focus that is about giving. We've worked with the Wyoming County Food Bank, the Wyoming County Animal Shelter, the Iowa Food Bank, and with numerous other members to try to create opportunities. We also work to support American troops both at home and abroad. Tyler Daniels Racing is a family. We care about each other both on the track and in life. Like many family members, we don't always get along, but at the end of the day, TDR is one happy family that works together. We pride ourselves on intense, clean iRacing leagues for all people, regardless of your skill level or interest. Asphalt, dirt, oval, road, NASCAR, Legends car. There's something at Tyler Daniels Racing for everyone. If you'd like to learn more about Tyler Daniels Racing, go to tylerdracing.com or go to Facebook and search for Tyler Daniels Racing. Today's event will be 75 laps from the Charlotte Legends track. Let's have a look at the starting grid. Starting in position 22 in car 57, that's Jim Love from Kannapolis, North Carolina. Jim racing the Suicide Prevention Legends car. Jim has not yet made the starting grid. In the 21st starting spot in car 16, it's Fish from Long Island, New York. Starting in the 20th spot in car 21, racing out of Pennsylvania, it's Brian Kaiser. Starting in the 19th spot in car number 310, the iRacing Carolina Region Legends car of Joey Lowry, Joey racing out of the Carolinas. In the 18th starting spot in car number 118, that's Dennis Stepanich Jr. from the Mountain West region. In the 17th starting spot in car 28, in the Thrustmaster Legends car of Jim Downham from Ocean City, New Jersey. In the 16th starting spot, in car 33, racing out of New England, that's Jarrett Curtis. In the 15th starting spot, in the VRS Legends car from Hampstead, North Carolina, car 35, Jim Matherly. In the 14th starting spot, in car 17, he races with us from the New England region, that's Jonathan Humphrey. Starting 13th in car number 7, it's Andy Grandpa Marshmallow Shaner from Brownstown, Indiana. In the 12th starting spot, in the 600 Racing Legends car out of Warsaw, New York, it's the man himself, Tyler Daniels. Starting 11th in car number 19, sponsored by, well, it's a Gravedigger tribute, really not a sponsorship. Racing out of the Mountain West region, it's Dominic Moss. Now, your top 10. Starting in the 10th position, car number 13. He races out of New York. It's the Whiskey River Legends car of Anthony Hooker. Starting 9th in car 71, the My Little Pony Legends car of Keith Fonseca. Keith racing from Virginia. In the 8th starting spot in car number 20, it's the Mac Tonight McDonald's car of Dylan McLean, Dylan from the Midwest. Starting in the 7th spot in car number 97, the Trackmaster Racing Sellers Insulation Legends car of Eric Sellers. Eric from the Mid-South region. Starting 6th in car 77, it's Kevin Blackburn in the Poppin' Chubby's Barbecue, Kevin from Georgia. Starting 5th in car 00, that's Aaron Johnson. Aaron in the Napa Auto Parts Ford, Aaron from Bailey, Colorado. Starting in the 4th spot in car number 96, it's the team car, another Trackmaster Racing car, Sellers Insulation car, this one, David Tremblay. Starting 3rd in car 363, racing out of Dorset, England, it's the Mythos TGR Nation Legends car of Lee Walker. On the front row outside in car number 2, that's Adam Rickey, Adam in the Banff Racing car from McAllen, Texas. And on the pole in car 32, that is Eric Steele in the BTRC Racing Hobbies car. That's Eric from New England. The Legends car, Pace car, leads the Legends cars down the back straightaway. Pace car should be off the field at any moment. We should be getting the green flag. Eric Steele leads them out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. Steele hammers the throttle. It's Steele on the inside, Ricky on the outside. Those cars take a quick lead as they run into turn number 2, now down the back straightaway. Eric Steele on the inside, Ricky on the outside, followed by Walker and Trumbley. Steele and Ricky running side by side out of turn 4 onto the front straightaway. At the flag, it'll be Adam Ricky leading lap number 1. We're on lap 2 of 75. Ricky takes the lead, followed by the 32 of Eric Steele. It is Ricky, Steele, Walker, and Johnson running 1, 2, 3, 4. Steele looks to the inside of Adam Ricky. He's got a fender underneath, but he doesn't have quite enough race car. It's going to be Adam Ricky with the lead as they complete lap 2 of 75. Ricky followed by Steele, then Walker, Johnson, Blackburn, Trumbley, and Sellers, your top 7. 22 cars on this little quarter-mile track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Out front, it is Adam Ricky, then Eric Steele, Lee Walker, and Aaron Johnson. Ricky leads them out onto the back straightaway. Adam Ricky continuing to lead, followed by the 32 of Eric Steele. Ricky leads the field into turn number 1. It's Ricky, Steele, Walker, Johnson. Those 4 cars beginning to put a little distance between themselves and the 5th place car, the 77 of Kevin Blackburn. Eric Sellers is in 6th. David Trumbley has dropped back to 8th. The point leader in this series was Matthew B. Wheeler. Wheeler not present for today's race, so the points will be shaken up in the Tyler Daniels League of Legends event. This is the second of a scheduled 11-race season for the TDR League of Legends. Right now, Matthew B. Wheeler is the leader in the points, but he is not present today. Oh, it looks like there was a crash. What do we see there? Just out of the corner of the vision, looks like maybe the 32 of Eric Steele was involved. Caution is on the speedway. Pace car is on its way out. Adam Ricky will lead the field past the start-finish line as the pace car comes in to pick up the field. Let's see if we can't get a look at what happened. That looked like it was the 32 of Eric Steele. Let's see if we can get a replay. Here's Steele coming into turn 1, pulls hard, gets up high and into the 17. I don't know if Steele realized the 17 was there. Eric Steele maybe trying to find his way past lap traffic and keep up with that flying 2 car of Adam Ricky. Ricky was holding up a pretty solid pace, and that was putting pressure on the rest of the field to keep up. So Eric Steele with a little bit of bad luck, and unfortunately the 17 car of Jonathan Humphrey involved through no fault of his own. Humphrey appeared to be giving the leaders plenty of room. Just one of those racing incidents. I think Eric Steele probably was not aware that the 17 was in the high lane until it was a bit too late. We are on lap 10 of 75 at Charlotte Legends track. Adam Ricky leads, Lee Walker second. Aaron Johnson in the Napa Auto Parts Legends car is in 3rd. Kevin Blackburn 4th. Eric Sellers rounds out the top 5. Dylan McLean in the Mac Tonight car is 6th. Dominic Moss in the Gravedigger machine is 7th. Anthony Hooker 8th. Keith Fonseca in the My Little Pony car running 9th. And David Trumbley in the Trackmaster Racing Sellers Insulation car running in 10th. Behind them, the 11th spot would go to Jim Matherly with Lowry 12th, Stepanich 13th, Love 14th. Jim Love, having started 22nd, has worked his way up into the 14th spot. Behind Love, it's Tyler Daniels, then Downham, Kaiser, Shaner, Steele, and Curtis, with Jonathan Humphrey and Fish Fisher rounding out the top 22. Lights on the pace car are off. We have the 1 to go. It will be a double file restart with Adam Ricky on the inside, Lee Walker on the outside. Row 1, row 2, Johnson and Blackburn. Row 3, Sellers, McLean. Row 4, Moss and Hooker. And row 5, Fonseca and Trumbley. The Trackmaster Racing car showing up well here, both inside the top 10. The pace car is in. Adam Ricky leads the field through the center of 3 and 4 onto the front straightaway. Ricky hammers the throttle. It's going to be Adam Ricky with the lead, followed by the 363 of Lee Walker, then Aaron Johnson in the 00 behind them. The 97 of Eric Sellers looks for a way around. Johnson sticks that car on the low side, stays right on the bumper of Lee Walker. It's Ricky, Walker, Johnson, a little gap to Eric Sellers, then Kevin Blackburn. The 19 of Dominic Moss in the Gravedigger car looks to the inside. Moss making a move here to move all the way up into the 4th spot. Dominic Moss with a nice move on the restart to pull into the 4th spot. Out front, it is Adam Rickey, followed by Walker, Johnson, Moss, and Sellers, then Fonseca and Blackburn in 6th and 7th. Let's work our way back through the field. Let's ride along and see what we can see with this second place car. That is Lee Walker, Lee out of Dorset, England, in the Mythos car. It's a green, red, and white Legends car. Lee Walker, a regular in the TDR Racing Series here, following up a nice run, although he had some fuel mileage issues at the end, but a strong run at USA International that didn't bring him any results. Lee Walker, a solid second place right now in the Legends Series at Charlotte. Behind Lee Walker is the 00 car of Aaron Johnson. Johnson, the Napa Auto Parts Johnson iRacing Team Legends car, running a solid 3rd place. Johnson finished 4th at USA International last week. So Aaron Johnson backing up the USA International run with a good performance early at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Johnson underneath the 35 of Jim Matherly. Matherly going a lap down. Behind Johnson is the 19 of Dominic Moss, that Gravedigger car. Dominic with a nice run last week at USA International as well. Putting on a show here, flexing some muscle early as Dominic Moss makes a nice run at the Charlotte Legends track. Behind Moss, it's the 97 of Eric Sellers. Sellers finished in the top 3 in last season's League of Legends, and he currently runs in the 5th slot now. Eric Sellers, who had a fuel mileage issue last week, still a good solid run for the 97 of Sellers. Behind the 97 is the 71 of Keith Fonseca. Fonseca in the My Little Pony Legends car. Keith, a regular last season in the TDR League of Legends. This is his first race with us this year. He missed the USA International race. Behind Fonseca is the 77 of Kevin Blackburn. Well regarded for that red car. Known, that's sort of a familiar car for those of us that are regulars watching the League of Legends series. Blackburn in the Pop and Chubby's Barbecue out of Georgia. This also Blackburn's first event with us this season. Behind Blackburn is the 96 car of David Trumbley. Trumbley, last season's League of Legends champion, winning the points, going away. David Trumbley currently sits in the 8th spot. Trumbley running a nice race this early with 23 laps in. David Trumbley in the 96. Behind Trumbley, we've got the 13th of Anthony Hooker. Hooker running in the 9th spot now. Hooker new to the TDR League of Legends. This is his 2nd week racing with us, doing a nice job. Behind Hooker, it's the 32 of Sellers, your pole sitter, who has that unfortunate incident early in the race. Then behind Sellers, it's the 25 of Tyler Daniels. Daniels finished 4th last week at USA International. Right now running 10th at the Charlotte Legends track. A little incident there. It looks like the 32's gone around backward. Behind the 25 of Daniels, we see Matherly, then the 7 of Andy Shaner. Shaner, a founding member of TDR Racing. Shaner missing a left front fender there. Looks like he may have been involved in an incident that did not bring out the caution. Shaner sits 11th. Behind Shaner in the 28 car, it's Jim Downham. Downham running his first race with the TDR League of Legends series. Currently sits in the 12th spot. Behind Downham in the suicide prevention car, that's the 57 of Jim Love. Love started out in the 22nd spot. He has worked his way up to the 12th position. So Jim Love doing a nice job. Behind Love, it's the 71 of Keith Fonseca and Stepanich again. Now we're back around to the front. That is Adam Rickey in car number 1. Rickey continuing to lead. We're on lap 27 to 75. Adam Rickey looks to the inside of the 118 of Stepanich. Stepanich gives the leaders plenty of room. It's Rickey, Walker, Johnson, 1, 2, 3. Then about a 2-second gap back to the 4th place car of Dominic Moss. Adam Rickey running a nice smooth line in that BAMF Racing Legends car, followed by the 363 of Lee Walker, the 00 of Johnson. Those 3 cars pulling away from the rest of the field. We are 29 laps into a scheduled 79-lap event. Adam Rickey putting on a clinic, followed by Lee Walker and Aaron Johnson. Keith Fonseca in the 71 My Little Pony car in front of Adam Rickey. Rickey working his way through traffic. Traffic coming into play. Rickey doing a nice job of finding his way around lap traffic. Adam Rickey now lap 31 of 75. Rickey looks at Fonseca. Fonseca's to the inside of Jim Matherly. Matherly giving the leaders plenty of room. It's Rickey followed by Walker and Johnson. Johnson fading just a bit as lap traffic creating a little gap between the 00 of Johnson and the 363 of Walker. Eric Sellers has moved up into the 4th spot. Eric Sellers running a nice race He is moved into the 4th spot. He's made his way around Dominic Moss. Sellers, though, about a straightaway behind the leaders, working to catch up to that front group. Eric Sellers closing in on the 32 car of Eric Steele. Steele, you remember, had that incident early in the race after leading, getting into a little bit of an incident with the 17 car. That was Jonathan Humphrey that was also involved. Out front, it is still Adam Rickey in the lead. Rickey down the back straightaway. Lee Walker doing a nice job staying close and in contact. Johnson behind Lee Walker. It's Rickey, Walker, and Johnson pulling away from the rest of the field. Those cars with a 2.5 second lead on the 4th place car of Eric Sellers. Behind Sellers, it's Moss, Blackburn, Trumbley, Tyler Daniels, Anthony Hooker, and Andy Shaner rounding out the top 10. That's the lap 28 car of Downham. Downham now in front of the 2 of Adam Rickey. Downham underneath the 310 of Joey Lowry. So it is Rickey, Walker, Johnson, 1, 2, 3. Adam Rickey working on the 28. The 28 of Downham running a nice hard line. Turns the car down a little bit coming out of 4. That causes Rickey to have to pinch it off, but he manages to get underneath and puts a lap on the 28 of Downham. Downham holds the car down low out of 2 and 4, making it hard for other drivers to get underneath. Now Downham slides up high, coming out of turn number 4, and that allows Walker to get underneath. So Rickey and Walker have gone by. Johnson now working on the lapped car of Jim Downham. Downham again slides up high. Johnson pulls past as they go down the back straightaway. So the top 3, Rickey, Walker, and Johnson working on lap traffic as the 7 of Andy Shaner goes another lap down. It's the 2 of Rickey, followed by Walker, then Johnson. Walker also working on that lap car of Shaner. He manages to make his way by. Johnson now looks to Shaner's inside as they come into turn number 3. Adam Rickey running a nice smooth race. It's Rickey, Walker, Johnson. We are at the halfway point. Adam Rickey continues to lead. Behind Rickey, it's the 363 of Jim Walker, that Mythos Legends car, running a solid 2nd. Then behind him, the 00 of Aaron Johnson, that Napa Ford, in 3rd. Behind Johnson, the 7 of Andy Shaner is 1 lap down. Shaner sits in the 9th spot. Behind Shaner, the 71 of Keith Fonseca is in 10th, also a lap down. Behind Fonseca, that's the 28th of Jim Downham in 11th. And then behind Downham, in the 310 car, that's Joey Lowry. Lowry currently showing in the 15th spot, the first car 2 laps down. Behind Lowry, it's the 32 of Kevin Steele. Steele, you'll recall, was involved in that incident with lap traffic. Steele currently sits in 17th, 6 laps down. Behind Steele, the 35 of Jim Matherly. Matherly, the VRS Legends car. Matherly sits in 16th. Behind him, the 118th of Stepanich. Stepanich 1 lap down in 12th. Behind those 2 cars, the 25 of Tyler Daniels. Tyler Daniels currently in the 13th spot, 1 lap down. Just to his inside, Eric Steele, the 97, Eric Sellers, the 97, currently sits in the 4th spot. Behind Sellers, the 19 of Dominic Moss in 5th, then the 96 of Trumbley in 6th. Behind them, the 77 of Kevin Blackburn. Blackburn, the last car on the lead lap. Blackburn sits in the 7th position. With 31 laps to go, Adam Rickey has lapped all but the top 7 cars behind Blackburn on the racetrack. We're back around to Adam Rickey. Adam Rickey, the leader. There are 30 laps to go. Rickey with the lead, followed by the 363 of Walker. Those 2 cars beginning to pull away from the 00 of Johnson. Johnson fading just a little bit with 30 to go as Rickey and Walker run a nice smooth line around the Charlotte Legends track. Adam Rickey has led since about lap number 2. After starting on the front row outside, it's Rickey, Walker, Johnson, then Sellers, Moss, Trumbley, and Blackburn. Those 7 cars, the lead lap cars. 1 lap down are Fonseca, Downham, Shaner, Hooker, Stepanich, and Daniels. Jim Love also 1 lap down. 2 laps down would be Lowry and Matherly, and then Eric Steele 6 laps down. 17 cars remain on the racetrack, 27 laps to go. Adam Rickey with the lead. He's down the back straightaway. You can see the suicide prevention car. That's the 57 of Jim Love coming into view as Adam Rickey keeps up a blistering pace. Johnson fading somewhat from this pair of drivers. Lap traffic will again come into play. Aaron Johnson beginning to fade. Adam Rickey starting to pull away just a bit from the 363 of Lee Walker. Rickey's closed in on the back bumper of the 57 car. Jim Love, the suicide prevention car, running in front of Rickey. Last car 1 lap down. Rickey will now put Jim Love 2 laps down. Adam Rickey goes by Jim Love, as does the 363 of Lee Walker. Rickey and Walker running a nice race. Johnson fading just ever so slightly. Eric Sellers in 4th, Moss 5th. Those are your top 5. David Tremblay, last year's point champion, runs in 6th. Rickey closes on the 35, the VRS racing car of Jim Matherly. Matherly gives the leader plenty of room, allows the 363 of Walker also to get to the inside. That'll let those 2 cars make a clean, easy pass. Johnson closing on Jim Matherly. Rickey out front. He's got the 310 of Joey Lowry ahead. Lowry currently shown in the 15th spot, 2 laps down. Rickey getting ready to put Joey Lowry a 3rd lap down as Rickey begins to stretch the lead on the 363 of Lee Walker. Johnson closing slightly on that 363 car, but not closing quickly enough. Out front, Adam Rickey leads. He closes on Tyler Daniels. Daniels 1 lap down in 13th spot. Adam Rickey puts Tyler Daniels a 2nd lap down. 363 of Lee Walker also goes by. Johnson closing a little bit in lap traffic. It doesn't look like he's got enough race car to have anything for the leaders. There will be 20 laps to go this time by. Adam Rickey with the lead, followed by the 363 of Walker. Rickey closing now on the 77 of Blackburn. Blackburn, the last car on the lead lap. Adam Rickey setting a blistering pace at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The Legends track in the infield here. The first place, it's really the birthplace of Legends cars. Adam Rickey out of turn 2 onto the back straightaway. He's closing on the 77 of Kevin Blackburn. Rickey now within about 2 car lengths of Blackburn as they come out of the corner. A lot of traffic here, a huge gaggle of cars in front of the leader. He's going to have his work cut out for him. There are about 7 cars racing hard here, many of them for position. Rickey looks to get under the 118 of Stepanich. Stepanich in 12th, 1 lap down. He is not racing for position. Adam Rickey, though, has to contend with the 77 of Blackburn and the 96 of Tremblay. Those 2 cars racing for position, along with the 19 of Moss and the 97 of Sellers. So a lot of cars racing for position. They are 3 wide going into the corner. Tremblay touches the 19 of Moss, gets underneath. 77 of Blackburn backs off just a little bit. It's going to be the 2 of Adam Rickey trying to find his way around the 77. Johnson has closed, and he looks to the outside of the 363 of Lee Walker. Lap traffic holding up the leaders and creating a 3-car battle for the lead. Johnson works to the outside again of the 363 of Walker. No dice as the 77 of Blackburn goes inside the 28 of Jim Downham. Now 3 wide coming out of turn 2 as Rickey goes to the inside. Adam Rickey to the inside. He makes it 3 wide. Downham touches the right rear of the 77 of Blackburn. No harm. Downham now turns down hard as they come out of 4. That makes it hard on Lee Walker. Walker trying to find his way around. Johnson has to check up. It's a tight battle here as there's lap traffic coming into play. Adam Rickey makes his way by the 77 of Blackburn and the 28 of Downham. The 363 of Walker also by Downham. Downham turns down in front of Johnson. Johnson can't get his car underneath, so Aaron Johnson really backs off there. Nearly an accident with the 28 of Downham. Johnson has fallen nearly a straightaway behind after that run-in with Jim Downham. No harm, no foul there, no intent, just hard racing in lap traffic. Adam Rickey works on the 19 of Dominic Moss. Moss in the 6th spot, just ahead of Moss. It's the 96 of Tremblay in 5th. His teammate, the 97 of Sellers, running in 4th just ahead. Rickey working on lap traffic, 11 to go, a lot to lose. The 13 spins in front of Adam Rickey. He manages to avoid the spinning 13 car. That's going to keep Rickey in the lead, working hard on the 19 of Dominic Moss. Blackburn behind Rickey. Rickey gets underneath the 19 of Moss now. Lee Walker trying to close, but can't make any headway, even though traffic seems to be holding up Adam Rickey. Rickey makes his way past the 19 of Moss, now looks at the inside of Andy Shaner. A little internet lag creating some problems there. Adam Rickey with 10 to go, now 9 to go this time by. Rickey looks to maybe put Shaner another lap down. He's got to balance the dangers of traffic with the hard-charging 363 of Lee Walker. Ricky looks to the inside of Shaner. Shaner gives the leaders plenty of room. It's Adam Ricky closing now on the back of David Trumbley. Trumbley in the 5th spot. So Adam Ricky has lapped all but the top 5 cars. Out of turn 2 now down the back straightaway. Adam Ricky running a nice smooth line, putting some distance between himself and the 363 of Lee Walker. Aaron Johnson in the 3rd spot, a significant distance back, still fighting that gaggle of lapped cars. Behind Johnson, it's Sellers in 4th, and then Trumbley in 5th. Trumbley, the last car on the lead lap, you can see him just in front of the leader, Adam Ricky. Ricky appears to be content to ride in the 1st spot. He's got plenty of cushion between himself and the 363 of Walker, holding about a 1.5-second lead over Walker. It's Ricky, Walker, Johnson, Sellers, Trumbley, then followed by Blackburn, Moss, Fonseca, Stepanich Jr., and Andy Shaner. There are 5 to go this time by. Adam Ricky continues to lead. He's run a nice smooth race at the Charlotte Legends track. I think he's either led every lap or every lap save the first. The first lap may well have been led by Eric Sellers. 4 to go this time by. Adam Ricky extending the lead over Lee Walker. Walker now 3 seconds behind. Johnson has closed on Walker just a bit, but there's no race there as Adam Ricky continues to lead. We can go back and take a look at the 363. See that Johnson has closed onto the back of the 363 in traffic. Traffic holding everybody up. It's the 19 on the outside. That's Dominic Moss. He is in the 7th spot, 1 lap down. Lee Walker looks to his inside. Johnson closing on Walker. There are 3 to go. A little bit of a battle here, but Lee Walker looks like he's going to get past the 19. That's going to give him a little breathing room because Johnson's going to have to fight off the 19. The 19 pulls down in front of Johnson. No dice. That makes it so that these lead lap cars don't really get a chance to battle. So it's going to be Lee Walker pulling away. There are 2 laps to go. We're going to crawl back in with Adam Ricky. Ricky comes out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. He'll take the white flag this time by Adam Ricky with a great run at the Charlotte's Legends track. Ricky out of turn number 2 onto the back straightaway. You can see the My Little Pony car of Keith Fonseca in front. David Trumbley has extended just a little bit from Ricky, but Ricky's going to take the win out of turn number 4. He'll take the checkers, ladies and gentlemen. The win for Adam Ricky coming home in 2nd will be the 363 of Lee Walker. Johnson will finish up 3rd. Adam Ricky with an excellent run. Looks like Tyler Daniels spun here toward the end of the race. It's going to be Ricky in 1st, Walker 2nd, Johnson 3rd, then Sellers, Trumbley round out the top 5. Kevin Blackburn will come home 6th with Dominic Moss 7th. Keith Fonseca in the My Little Pony car will run up to the 8th spot. Anthony Hooker 9th, and Andy Shaner will round out the top 10. The rest of the field, Jim Love looks like he's going to make a charge from 22nd to 11th. Tyler Daniels in 12th. Dennis Stepanich will be 13th. Stepanich spinning right at the end as they came out of turn number 4. Behind Stepanich, it'll be Downham in 14th, Matherly in 15th, Lowry 16th, Eric Steele in 17th. Remember, Steele was your pole sitter. He had a little bit of a bad break. Those 17 cars will be running at the end. Dylan McLean will be 18th, Brian Kaiser 19th, Curtis 20th, Jonathan Humphrey 21st, and Fish Fisher will wind up 22nd. Ladies and gentlemen, it was quite a race from the Charlotte Legends track. 22 cars, 75 laps, 1 caution for a multi-car incident. TDR Racing puts on a great show, and Adam Ricky comes home with a win. For the Johnson iRacing Network, this is Aaron Johnson saying, go fast, turn left, have fun.